It ain't even, it's the second day in January, these folks already cutting up. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. So before we get into some things, I want to shout out to one of our sponsors, Adam and Eve. Shout out to them, honey. It is not too late for those who have not went and got their Christmas present. Girl, we know you waiting on that check to hit. Go ahead and use the discount code KING to save 50% off your first item. And not just that, you will also get free shipping on your first item as well. Now make sure that you check out the details because some restrictions may apply. Now, I already got my stuff. Y'all already late, so make sure you get your stuff before them taxes hit, period. What is going on, y'all? Welcome to another King of Reads video, girl. Woo! It is the second day of January and a Thursday, so y'all know it's time for a King of Reads video. But I was having a really good day yesterday, and that day just went to complete crap after seeing all the stuff that people were saying about Blue Ivy and seeing that journalists, them two journalists go, whatever. I think it was one journalist and one girl who does web design or something. I don't know what she did. Just being anti-black as always. But another day on social media, just folks just clowning, doing the most. So girl, I just want to give y'all a quick King of Reads video to let y'all know what has been going on. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk in my last video, but I was like, girl, it's gonna be so long. I decided to cover it today. But I hope y'all enjoyed y'all holiday. I hope y'all did everything y'all need to do for the new year, sis. Y'all got into it. Girl, we're gonna do a really quick mental check-in because I think it's important, especially in this moment. So, like I told you, I guess like today is just not like it's not the best day. After the conversation about Blue Ivy, it just really kind of tempered my soul. And I did a whole video about it. If you have not seen it, I did a whole black V-neck video about it. And I went off, and I probably didn't even talk about like the actual stuff that happened, but it was just a rant. So girl, I was just feeling some type of way. I was very angry and stuff. And I might talk about it a little bit in this video, but y'all know what it is, girl. So let's go ahead and get into tea for today. Girl, let's start this off. And let's laugh really quickly at Rihanna trolling us in 2019. Rihanna completely trolled us, and somebody said, I bet you any type of money that Rihanna wants to talk about some mascara or some eyeshadow, but she knows she gonna get ate up. Like Rihanna was trending a little bit last night because the girls thought, and I thought that it'd been cute if she had released her album on the 31st, right at 11:58 or something. I thought that would have been something sickening, but Rihanna did not do that. And she's been trolling us, and I think it's funny. I don't know if she's still trapped in those doors that she was doing with Anti. Y'all remember that trash campaign for Anti? I hated that. I hated all the stuff they was doing with that. But the album will come when it comes. I'm not one of those folks like, oh my gosh, Rihanna, I want the album. I'm just not like a big Rihanna fan like that. But I would listen to it when it drops. But I ain't gonna lose no sleep if she don't drop no album like a lot of folks. I think folks be actually just talking just to be talking. Just talk that talk, okay? But if you're excited about Rihanna's new album or whatever, when do you think she's going to drop it? Do you think it's gonna be very soon? Do you think it'll be later on this year? Or what? Let me know. I want to know. So moving on, girl, I wanted to talk about this subject the other day, but I wanted the story to develop because I already knew how it was going to go. So this police officer went to a fast food restaurant and got some coffee. He went to a McDonald's and he got some coffee. And the coffee, he took a picture of it and it said F pigs or something. So this police officer reported it and made it seem like that the folks who he went to the McDonald's with, like the workers put it on there. And come to find out, he did it. They rewinded the cameras and none of the employees did any of that. McDonald's employees don't have enough time to be doing stuff like that. No matter how many videos we see of them doing the Dougie or whatever, Harlem Shake and stuff, McDonald's employees work very hard. Fast food employees work very hard. And they don't have time to be out here playing around and doing no silly stuff like that. So for this police officer, I think the police officer has resigned, period. He should have been fired. He should not be resigned because he probably resigned and is able to get his pension or whatever. But I don't know what it is. Like, it's funny because this was a whole hoax. These folks, these same white folks who were very mad and upset at Justice Smollett, and then also mad at their girl, Karl Sanchez, we don't see that same energy. I don't see nobody saying that, you know, ain't nobody did no video and saying, oh, he need to be locked up or nothing, like he needs to be punished. Why is that? Y'all had all this content and all this stuff to drag this girl because she did a hoax and it didn't really do anything. But this person right here making up a lie and saying, and y'all already know how white folks band together when it comes to police officers and stuff. You had these whole folks just ready, like, yeah, see, they've been real hard on police. And then it's a whole hoax. He didn't even do it, and I knew it too. When it first came out, I said, girl, ain't nobody did that. Ain't nobody got time to be doing no mess like that. And it just don't sound like something a black person would do. It just don't sound like, it don't sound like it. It just, the way they made it seem like some black person at McDonald's did that. And I was like, girl, it just, no, it sounded, no. So come to find out he was lying, which was not surprising at the very least. But he was able to resign. So I want to know, and he was an Army veteran. Served as a military police officer. What does that tell y'all? I am not nowhere proud of me being a veteran. That's not something I walk around and tell folks, oh yeah, I'm a veteran. I don't care. The only thing I care about is that disability check that comes in every month in the beginning of the month. That's all I care about. The VA benefits that pay for my HIV medication. That's all I care about. But other than that, I am not proud of the mess. I dealt with too much stuff. 1171st Transportation Unit. Y'all trash. It's gonna be F y'all forever. In Dresden, Tennessee, and what was the other place? I can't think. I'm so tired around you funky white folks. And matter of fact, now I think about that, I got pulled over today and I got pulled over New Year's Eve. Yeah, because they said I don't have the proper tags on my car. But girl, I purchased the car the day after Christmas. You gonna give me time to process the stuff, and then when it comes to the car, it's like they be so mad because it's a, ain't gonna lie, it's a nigga car. So they mad that they can't really do nothing because I got license, proof of payment, all of this stuff, insurance. What do you need, sis? What's up? What's up, girl? And I got on pajamas and flip-flops and slides. What's tea, girl? What you need? What you need? I got you. It's just a mess, but girl, I'm gonna go ahead and get this registration. I don't know how this stuff works in Georgia, but I was waiting on my dealership to finish the process in the state of Georgia because I really did not want to register my car in Georgia. I really want to do it in Memphis, but I really did it in Georgia. But I don't know how the process worked with Georgia. Do I go to the dealership? I mean, because I can't go to the dealership. Do they mail me my tags out? Like, how does all of that work? So I guess I'll find out when I go tomorrow or whatever. Girl, I gotta talk about Lil Mo just for a little minute. Lil Mo, girl, I had already knew that your man was trash. But this lets us know that he's even more trash. So Lil Mo was doing an interview and she was talking about her situation with her ex, Karl, well, her husband or fiance, whatever he is. Remember they was on, what was that, Married something? Married, No Money, to Divorce. Come on, Cash Doll. They was on this show, I cannot think of the name of the show. And Lil Mo was on there and her husband Karl was on there, or whatever he is. And her husband spit on her. Like, she talked about after they left the show, she was, you know, talking to him and he was talking kind of crazy and he spit on her in front of her kids. That man, look, he exudes toxic energy. Just by looking at him, I was like, girl, sis is garbage. Yeah, the name of the show was Marriage Boot Camp. And she said that after that happened, she said she had to leave him. So I wonder how long, is she gonna divorce this man or is she just gonna break up with him for a minute and come back? At the end of the day, that's on Lil Mo, whatever she wanna do. But Lil Mo, girl, she follows me on Twitter. You deserve way better than that. Should no man be disrespecting you like that? Should no man be disrespecting like that, let alone in front of your kids? That means not only that he don't care about you, he don't care about your kids either. And that's just not a safe environment for you to be in, for your children to be in. I'm just very disappointed to see that and hear about that. And Karl, somebody needs to handle you for that because that was a mess. That was a hot, hot mess. I don't know what's going on with y'all, man. Y'all been really showing out. Speaking of that, there was this incident that happened, I think, in New York City, where I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but I'm just gonna lay it over just a little bit, where somebody was recording this man look at this girl on the train. I guess the girl was asleep or whatever, Then he snatched her up and tried to run off, and then folks start hollering and screaming, and then he ended up dropping her or something. I feel two type of ways about it, because some people are saying, well, girl, y'all need to stop recording and actually intervene. But we don't know if this person is able-bodied to be able to do something to intervene. And sometimes the best result some folks have is just recording. I think that's some of the things I'm going to be able to just say, that sometimes the best thing to do is to record in certain situations, because sometimes you can't stop. Sometimes you stop it and you make the situation worse. Something might happen to you. But I think recording is like a good thing, because he had evidence and stuff. So I'm just not going to assume that everybody just recording ain't going to do nothing. I do think there are some people who record just to be able to get some stuff, but I think a lot of folks do care. And then you do have those folks that just wants to record stuff and post it on Facebook Live or whatever. But that whole situation was too much. But they found him later on, and they took care of him, honey. I guess this vigilante stuff is starting to take off a little bit. Like, we've been dealing with a lot of like trafficking going on, especially when it comes to black girls and stuff. And I think I think this vigilante stuff, where people are gonna see stuff on social media and they're gonna take it into their own hands. I think this is gonna be the new wave going into like the future. It's kind of a little bit dangerous, a little bit, but at the same time, just like, I don't feel sorry for him, because that was way too much. Because there was another incident, I think somebody had got grabbed and on a train or something, and they found out who the person was, and they beat him up too. So, girl, like, these folks are turning into the Batman. So, I want to talk about something that is kind of funny. When I first watched it, I cackled for like at least 3-4 minutes straight. So apparently JT and Young Miami were on Instagram Live, and Young Miami was just talking, and JT took the phone and put it down, and
I'm aggravated. You know what? We gotta just say, do something else. Cause someone walking on mine, she's singing, huh?
I'm gonna ask Summer Walker if she okay with that. Cause if Summer Walker ain't okay with that, we ain't gonna do that. Cause we don't copy people, and we don't do that. City girls don't do that.
Girl, we just said like Summer Walker. We just.
What's up? We for the tennis. See.
you can hear what it sounds like. Somebody sniffing something or whatever, and some people saying that the sound footage, like the sound stuff, was doctored or whatever. But the face that Young Miami makes after it was done makes me laugh, because it's almost like she sensed that something wasn't right. I don't know if JT did any of that. She is a quote-unquote in a halfway house or whatever, so ain't no telling what is going on. I don't see her doing it, because I'm pretty sure they drug testing her, but also sis got money and she has status, so she'll be able to pay folks, you know, to like, you know, not do that or whatever. But girl, that was hilarious, because that was some bold stuff that you couldn't even wait till you got off of Instagram Live, if that's what happened. But y'all watch the video, tell what y'all think about it, girl. You got them. I don't know, sis. I don't know. It sounded like she was a little bit, but the face that Young Miami was making. I think she was talking about Summer Walker. She said, yes, Young Miami. You know, Summer Walker, girl, huh? And all you see, JT, she got on these big shades, and she just, yeah, I have seen some folks do some stuff in front of me. Cocaine! So I got some sad news to report. I think it was, when was this? Yesterday, Bobbi Kristina's ex-boyfriend, what's his name? Nick Gordan, was found dead. And I think this situation happened in Florida, and some people are reporting and saying that it might have been due to drug use or drug abuse or overdose type of situation, and that is a whole lot. And everybody was talking about it. I really didn't read too many takes about it and people talking about it, because I just didn't want to hear what people had to say. I didn't want folks to be exploiting that, but Jesus, like, all of them gone in like less than 10 years for the same thing. for the same thing. Oh my gosh. Like, there's something about drugs. It's just something about that. It just makes me just uncomfortable to be in that space around stuff like that, because I've just seen it just take people through there, and it's just way too much for me. And that's the alcohol, might be even cigarettes and other things. It's not just like illegal substances, but all substances. Because I think you can abuse a lot of stuff. There's folks out here abusing Sudafed. I remember I used to be a pharmacy tech, and the folks used to come in there. I think they used to be trying to get it to make meth. But they be trying to get 120 tablets of Sudafed. Girl, you got a sinus cold that bad, you need to take your ass to the damn doctor or to the emergency room. So I want to end this on a little bit of a positive note. So YG has offered an apology to the LGBTQ community. Now, which is interesting, is that somebody had reported to me that this apology was coming soon, and actually let me see the apology beforehand. So I think, wow, let me sip my water because this is some tea. So I'm gonna read the apology from YG. It's been brought to my attention that my old views on life was ignorant. I apologize to the LGBTQ community for ever coming across like I was anything but respectful and accepting. Live, love your life, gang. I guess he's spelling everything with a K. I guess he whatever, I don't know nothing about the gang stuff. Somebody said he only saying it to appease Kalani. Now, him and Kalani have been in a relationship. They're no longer together. So you say, but people are saying that it is possible that he might have done that to Kalani. Or it could be a situation where Kalani has told him, like, hey, like, I am queer. I am, you know, this is my life. And like, I'll have a big queer audience, and I can't be in relationship with you and you out here doing that. YG is YG. He's said some stuff that makes us think that he's a colorist. He's also said and done some said some homophobic stuff in the past. Yeah, now I think he's talked about his drinking problem and stuff publicly. I think that YG is dealing with a lot of demons and stuff, and I hope that he gets the therapy that he needs. And Kalani has to be protective of herself, because we cannot be the therapist to our partners. Even I have to recognize that. Sometimes, like, I ain't gonna lie, people love to dump stuff on me without consent. And that is something I will be stopping in 2020. Because people do that a lot, and I'm gonna make sure when I'm, telling my friends and some stuff about some stuff, that I ask them for their consent first, and make sure that even though they're saying yes because they're ready for it, and not yes because they're trying to appease to me and not make me feel bad. And also be receptive if they say, girl, not today, because I have a lot of people that do that to me. And this is something that me and my close friend Deshaun have talked about several times, is that sometimes being in the body that we are in, people automatically assume that we are therapists, like we are the big titty therapists to be there for everybody and not to get any love. We talked about that in Queen and Slim, and I've noticed that, like, I'm always offering everything to everybody else, and then when they are good, they offer nothing to me, or they don't rely on the folks who they out with, who they be doing whatever with, and that can be with somebody that's like involved in sexually or whatever, but it's just like, seems like I'm always this caregiver to everybody, and I just can't like do that. Like, I can't, like, even when I had some friends over, and because one of them watching it, he came over for New Year's, he was just dumping all of these things on me, and I was like, girl, like, I don't want to receive that. Like, is you giving everybody else that? Why me? Like, why me? But sometimes it's just, well, you the king of reads, and even sometimes people send emails and let me know about what's going on in their lives and stuff, and sometimes I just don't respond because it's a lot, and I'm not a therapist. And I either had to have a conversation with my friend who does a lot of assistant work for me, because she be wanting to respond to emails and stuff about stuff, and I'm just like, we can't do that. Now, I would love to get to the point that I have somebody that can deal with that, But For the Culture podcast was doing that at one point. But even then, it was toxic to, you know, us reading those letters off, to me and Adrian, to me and Tasia, to me and Deshaun and the other guests and stuff who've been on For the Culture podcast. But it's just like, girl, I have to, like, I'm not saying that but just be understanding that, like, girl, it takes a lot to be dumping stuff on folks. It's just a lot. So make sure that you're getting consent before you do that, because everybody might not be ready for that. You never know what somebody's going through in that moment. I think we also lost a football player from Florida who was supposed to be going to Georgia Tech, if I'm not mistaken, to, you know, suicide. And the way people looked at it from the surface seemed like everything was going good in their life. But unfortunately, you know, died by suicide. So it's just like, girl, just because we see stuff does not mean there ain't nothing there. Like, just because somebody living this quote unquote perfect life does not mean that their life is perfect. We're all going through something, okay? But that's all I got. I thought I was gonna end this on a good note a little bit, but it was a little bit. But I love y'all so much. Y'all enjoying the rest of y'all trash holiday week, because girl, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day being on a weekday, I think was the early in the weekday work week was just trash completely. It was just garbage. But let me know what y'all thought about all the topics today. Sound off in the comments. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you.